Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, May 28th. We're almost in June. The rain has stopped. The sun is out. School's almost out. All that good stuff. It was last day for seniors.
Today?
Yeah, today was their last day. You know, shout out to all them kids.
I think T graduates tonight from St. John's Middle School.
Okay, shout out to T. You know, all those, everybody moving up.
I never usually call her by her actual name. Well, congrats to her and Katie and Sarah, the girls I trained. They all graduate tonight.
Okay, that's dope. Congrats to St. Mary's seniors. They graduated last Thursday.
Okay, shout out to them. They still graduating church?
They was at City Hall.
At City Hall?
Yeah, it was at City Hall. Yeah.
How long has that been?
I think this might be the first year they did at City Hall. Because last year, I think it was at the church.
Now, any particular reason?
Unless the church is getting renovated or something, unless this...
It'd be hot in there, too, though. But I wasn't sure. I mean, hopefully by now they put some AC in there. Need some ceiling fans somewhere all the way up there. Central air or something. But I was just thinking, you know, based on the school expanding, you know what I mean? It gets bigger and bigger every year. Not by much, just because you have to build a whole new building.
Right.
But I think that might be a reason. Just you allow more family members to show up, more support. Yeah.
And then from the photo I saw, it looked packed in City Hall.
And, you know, and commencement speakers, make it quick. I was telling him last night, like my commencement speaker, he spoke for, like, I swore 45 minutes to an hour, to the point when he was going to make his last point, and the whole church was like, oh. My mother can contest to that. And Pops.
My commencement, he put us to sleep, man.
You know, I was not enough.
Man, I was like, bruh, you done took out all the interesting parts about how you got to where you are and what you do. You just bored us to death. So. And
yeah, we had some pretty cool speakers, but the speeches just weren't it.
Yeah, if your speech ain't it, just, 10 minutes. That's all you need.
Get to the point.
Yeah, just get to the point.
Get to the point.
People, if it's interesting, people will listen for it.
But they also got to remember too how long everybody was sitting there before you got up there.
Yeah.
Take that into consideration as well, please.
I'd be dying at graduation, especially at the outside ones, because when I'm there taking the pictures and stuff, the kids are sitting there they just be like, they'd rather be somewhere else because they just sitting there. It's hot, the sun's beaming on them.
And high school graduations, that's definitely like one of the pinnacles. Everybody's graduating high school.
Right.
College, that's on your own. Everybody doesn't do that. But
hey man, my favorite part about college graduation is once they call your name, you get up out of there.
My morning was rough. I got woken up and I was like, yo, I almost missed graduation.
Yeah. I know my brother's graduation, they called his name and yeah, we was outside right after that. We ain't gonna stick around for all this. It was like 5,000 people.
Yeah.
It's dope.
It was definitely one hell of a night before graduation, though.
You know who did not have a hell of a night? It was the New York Knickerbockers. This series just be making me mad. This whole series just be making me mad. It ain't because of the team. It's just like, it makes me mad because of the Celtics.
Who you telling? It's hard for me to watch the series because my stomach be low-key hurting. And I'm like, I really can't. We really lost. Like that.
That's the thing. We really lost to these dudes.
I watched every game Minnesota and OKC. I catch like the back half of the New York Indiana game like last night. It's just not interesting to me. Like, especially after how we lost. If we would have lost regular series, whatever, we could deal with it. But like we just gave games away.
Games they just ain't take these dudes seriously at all. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. But as I said with the Pacers, as the last series against the Cavs, it's that pace that they play at. They force you to score. You have to score to beat them. Like literally, they don't play the Pacers. They play better defense now, but overall, they're not a good defensive team. Like you can score on them, but they just get so many shots up and get so many good looks and stuff like that. It's like you have to be efficient.
For one, your starting five is what 6'6" and up.
Yep.
That's already Jalen got a hard enough time dealing with Halliburton, though. The rest of your team is above 6'6", and then you got Josh Hart's like what 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
he's a small. You know what I'm saying? He's a small guy. Like you got two smaller guys, even though they're not small, but smaller guys for this series.
Right.
And Indiana got all that size.
Yeah, and then the dudes with that should be able to use their height advantage for the Knicks aren't really using it. You know, Cat, he had that big game, fourth quarter in Game 3. He went off for 20 points, but this game, he commits some of the dumbest fouls I've ever seen in my life. He had like two fouls in like the first 2 minutes of the game, and it was both of them were dumb fouls, and it was just like, ugh. And this is like a reoccurring theme with him. It's just like every game is just dumb. He gets in foul trouble. Just dumb fouls, like reaching when he don't need to, grabbing a player when he don't need to. Just like, dude, it's like you do know you're an integral part to this offense and to this team, then they need you on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand some of the things he does out there. I'm all about saving your fouls for the end of the game,
right?
If you're able to.
Right. You gotta be smart with your fouls. Yeah, right. Big game for Halliburton. I mean, I think the Siakam, he's kind of like he's been the difference maker in this series. Like nobody on the Knicks has had an answer for him.
I mean, people forgot when he first got there. Before he got there. He was, All-Star, right? He was All-Star with the Raptors.
I think
he got his first All-Star team with the Raptors. So he was coming into his own as a leader of a franchise, and he gets traded to the Pacers. I felt like he low-key took, not too many steps back, but like a step back from having as much power and leadership with the Raptors as he did with the Pacers. He kind of had to, show them that, I do this over here, too.
Right.
And he's been one of the most consistent ones in the past couple of seasons for the Pacers. So that's one thing. You can always rely on him.
Yeah. And then you go to Halliburton with the triple-double with 0 turnovers and stuff like that. But here's the thing, right? Because they keep talking about how he was voted most overrated players. That was 19 players that actually just voted for him overrated.
Out of how many? 25?
I don't know out of how many, but they make it because the way people talk about it, it made it seem like the majority of the players in the league. But somebody that knew of whatever poll that is they did, he's like, it was only 19 players. So I'm like, okay, who are those 19 players? Are they even starters or are they even key players in any team?
And that's how they get you.
Right.
That's how they get you. No different than 9 out of 10 dentists say, and you only ask 10 dentists in one city. Compared to the dentists you said across the U.S.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how they get it. And then once you dig deeper in, you realize people overreacted. Like, if somebody calls you overrated, obviously you're good.
Right.
You're just not as good as they think.
Right.
You know what everybody else thinks you are. But
And I've called him overrated. I've changed my stance. But there's still moments when I'm like, this is the stuff I be talking about with him. Because there be moments in games where he's like, bro,
I'll be honest, I don't hear them speak about him that much when it comes to the great plays in the NBA. So that's why I wouldn't say he's overrated.
I think he's a very, very solid basketball player. Like he does, especially in this system that they're in, he does his job very well.
He's a matchup problem for most guys just because his height and length.
Right.
And they're nonstop. They basically play pickup.
Right.
So they playing pickup basketball and your point guard's 6'6".
You're right.
That's just tough to stay in front of for a full game.
And that's the thing about the offense. It's a lot of ball movement, a lot of people moving around. Nobody's staying still. And that's hard. If you're not a disciplined team, that's hard to, deal with for 4 quarters.
Nobody likes moving around that much on the basketball court.
At all.
Or getting hit by so many screens on a basketball court.
And that is
certain things you just want to deal with, especially if your offense thrives on that. That's the recipe for success.
And that is why the Knicks have found themselves down 3-1. So the game's going back to Madison Square Garden tomorrow. But from watching this series, nothing tells me.
I'll tell you the good thing about this series: everybody's being exposed to them fans. They never fully understood it. While we're next door and we're like, bro, we barely deal with them like that. Now y'all are fully immersed in the Knickerbocker culture. And a lot of y'all aren't appreciative of it.
I got some friends that are Knicks fans, and after game 3, they're like Knicks in 6, and I was like, yeah.
There's only a couple of Knicks that I like growing up. Granted, I'm always gonna rock with Pat just because Ridge, and he put Mass on the map. One of the athletes that did, but H2O, man, and Latrell.
Yeah.
Don't forget LJ Larry Johnson though.
Mr. Choker Coach Latrell.
Yeah, but I feel like the only Knick I ever really liked was Allen Houston, because everybody else got traded there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just, he didn't get traded. He got drafted there, right?
Nah, he got traded there because I think he started in Detroit.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah. He still look like he can get out there and hoop.
I mean, based on how the league is, all you got to do is shoot it. Yeah, all right. Him, Ray, you get out there, hit a couple threes.
Also for the Knicks, they need more from their bench. Normally they play 10 guys. No, they play like 11 guys yesterday, and none of them did well. Josh Hart coming off the bench, they made that lineup change.
But in all reality, what bench production did they really have all season other than McBride?
McBride, yeah, and he only played 15 minutes yesterday.
But I'm saying, like, when you hear about the Knicks bench, that's really all you hear about is McBride coming off the bench being productive.
Yeah, he ain't got.
Unless Mitchell Robinson, you know what I mean?
Right, and all he's, his production is just the offensive rebound.
Yeah, so I don't understand why I don't expect them. I don't understand what they expect from their bench when your first 6 kind of controlled everything all season.
Yeah, and then you look at the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin, he's got 20 points off the bench going to the free throw line 11 times. T.J. McConnell, he's just constant. Energy. He's doing something. That mid range, he's got it locked. He's got it locked. So, yeah, looking like we're heading towards the OKC Indiana finals, which will be. One of them is getting their first ring, so that'll be good for them. And then people talking like, it's one thing. This is the worst part about like all these new age fans and everybody with the social media that can voice their opinion and stuff like that. Talking about the league nobody want to see OKC Indiana in the finals. I'm like, well, actually, that's going to be a very entertaining finals, actually, because Indiana could score. OKC plays defense and can score.
Yeah, I think when they say the franchises, people are thinking about the whole state as a whole. Yeah. They're not just talking about the basketball, but those are 2 of the better teams in the league, obviously. They're about to make the finals, but their team dynamic similar, kind of like the Cavs. They're a good team. They can go 10, 12 deep and be productive. So, like, I was watching, I seen the clip where Austin Rivers was saying this is a new NBA. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. There aren't that many stars that are just taking over and the teams, hopping on their shoulders and saying, let me take you to the promised land. You need an actual squad nowadays.
Right. Especially, once again, thanks to C.J. McCollum. That CBA, it makes it that way, that new CBA. And they got the league that way. So, hey, man, if you like basketball, you don't care who in the finals. You gonna watch it, unless you know.
You need to take that back. There's some teams I'm not watching. There's some teams you ain't even watching.
I was about to say that. I was legit about to say that. There's certain teams that get there, you're like,
We just want good basketball, and those 2 teams that have the chance to make it to the finals, hopefully they pull it through. It's going to be a good final.
Yeah, it is. Well, the Thunder, the Thunder pulled it through Monday night over Minnesota. This was one of those games where it was just like, they couldn't miss. OKC couldn't miss. Minnesota Cats stayed in the game. They stayed in the game, but they just, even when they played good defense, OKC just couldn't miss. And that was just
Jaden Williams stepped up. He's shown that he can definitely be a good number 2 option, or even a solid number 3. Because Chet, he's still figuring out what he does in the league.
Yeah, but his role on this team, right? He's like, sometimes he's the 3rd option, sometimes he's the 4th option. Occasionally he could be the 2nd option, so it's like he's like a good fit right where he is.
But I don't think Minnesota, they just look, the way the scores are, just a team I don't feel like that has enough, like consistently enough. Like, you smacked them that one game, but stats show out of 4 games you're gonna win 3 of them.
Yeah, and then your best player, he's got he only took 13 shots, he had 16 points. You gotta be a little more there's gonna be certain points in the game you gotta be a little more selfish and force yourself to get a basket or get to the line. And I felt like he was passive in certain points because, granted, there were occasions where he was getting double teamed and stuff like that, but
quite a lot. I mean, just extra focus.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what I mean? Guys doubling, guys hedging. Guys stunting at him, you know what I mean? There's all type of stuff he had to deal with. So,
and I feel like that's when like your off-ball skills should come in play when it's like stuff like that is happening. That's when you got to find different avenues to get yourself open or get somebody else open.
But it seems like does he play that much off the ball anymore?
No.
That's what I was saying. It seemed like he didn't in the point guard.
No. Yeah, he played a lot off the ball last year, you know, and that's. I mean, people can say whatever we want about Cap, but he opened up a lot of space for them.
And now allows them to really focus on.
Right. Yeah.
So you gotta get off the rock.
Yeah, but you know. Yeah, Minnesota's gonna look at this game. This was a game they could have won. You know, they got the bench production, but hey, man, Randall had 5 points.
I knew something was off. There you go.
And that's gonna do it every time. 5 points, Julius Randle.
There you go. Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. The 5 points pop.
Yeah, but hey, man, Shea 40 and 10. But man, this dude, he falls so much, and it just annoys me. I don't like players that just unnecessarily fall to the ground every single possession or every other possession. It's like, bro, why are you falling so much?
You know, we talked about yesterday the end of the game situations. I miss game winners. I miss the excitement. Yeah. Now it's like this foul thing. It's kind of taking, you know what I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? The
strategy and stuff.
Taking just out the game, like the air out the ball.
Right.
You know, granted, I get it. We're trying to win, being strategic. You don't care about us fans and how we feel about things, but part of the reason why the game is because of the excitement of not knowing how the game's gonna end.
Right.
Them taking that chance, and now it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I just miss game winners.
Yeah, me too.
End of the game anxiety.
Play some defense. You the number one defensive team in the league all year. Lock up, get a stop. That's it. What's so hard about that?
Yeah, I miss game winners, man. It just brings a certain level of excitement to the game, and I felt like, granted, we'll still have them, but you already know if you're up by 3.
Yeah, it's not gonna. You're not gonna.
And then you ain't no game winner up by 4. You know what I'm saying? So even up by 2, it's.
That's a whole tragedy.
Maybe not by 2. I'm tripping because they automatically get the. There's no 1-on-1s in NBA. So.
Just D up.
Yeah, honestly.
just D up. Get the stop. If they make the 3, shake their hands, go win it in overtime. Like, come on, it shouldn't be that hard, but it is what it is. They got NBA awards. They got the first teams, second team, all NBA teams. I'm about to bring it up in a second, but I have an issue with the all NBA teams, right? Because once again, I'm going to refer back to last year. The best team in the league and the team that won it all, only had 1 all-NBA player. Now, the best team in the league that looks like they're going to win it all, they got 2 all-NBA players and all that. So it's kind of, and it's like, and you look at the numbers and the stats-wise, it's like, come on now. Like, was y'all like purposely just trying to, you know.
What else is OKC known for other than Westbrook and Kevin Durant?
All right.
You got to try to, you don't have to, but we got all the legacy, bro. But one of the 5 horsemen, you know what I mean? One of the 5 hands of the NBA. And one of the fingers of the 5, you know what I mean, of the hand. So it's like, you have to try to promote OKC to a certain extent because they've been around, what, half as long as the WNBA?
Not even as long.
No, I mean half.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what, around, 27, 26 years?
Yeah.
OKC been around like, what, 14?
Yeah. 16.
However long KD's been in the league, mine is like, what, 2?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In those 2 years in Seattle.
Yeah, so it's like you got to try to promote your, you know what I mean, your expansion teams.
Right.
And this is a great chance to promote it. unfortunately, we get the short end of the stick just because we're a legacy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just. But anyways, here's the first, second, and third team All NBA. Our first team, pretty much the same: Giannis, Shea, Jokic, Tatum, and then Donovan Mitchell making first team. I think for the first time in his career. Yeah. Second team: Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, Evan Mobley. And third team, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jalen Williams.
I like all of them, but I don't think they all should be in that same order.
Yeah, I thought Ant should have been first team and Mitchell should have been second.
Yeah, Mitchell's the only one I kind of was like, because I felt like a couple guys. I felt like Brunson had a better year. Cade I felt like Cade had a better year, but I don't know if their stats were better than Mitchell's.
They rewarded him for the team record,
Team record?
Yeah.
This don't matter then.
Yeah, right. Right, they don't.
It's just stats with this. First team, third team, second team, just stats.
Yeah.
It should be just stats.
Yeah, because Ant-Man was, he was fourth in the league in scoring this year. But I'll tell you where Mitchell was in a second. Mitchell was 16th. LeBron was ahead of him. Towns was ahead of him. Curry was ahead of him. Trae Young.
He had more assists than those guys?
Assists.
Trying to figure out what got him over the hump other than team success. Hopefully there was some stats that were better.
He averaged 5 assists. It's not crazy. LeBron averaged 8 assists. Steph Curry averaged 6 assists. Ant-Man averaged 4 assists.
So that's probably,
So, yeah, I was like, I guess. And then a dude I thought should have got it was Zubac from the Clippers. He had a really, really solid.
He didn't
he didn't make none of the teams.
Weren't they talking about him making NBA third team or NBA team?
Yeah, because of the year he had.
I mean, hopefully he does it again. Somebody's gonna get snubbed. You gotta just show him again.
Right.
Just show him that you're consistent. This ain't a fluke.
Right. But yeah, I think for Tatum, Jokic, and Giannis, I think they've been in it 4 years in a row. First team, and I think Shea, this is like 2 or 3 years in a row. First team, stuff like that. So as much as people be trying to discredit Tatum and what he's done, it's just every year he's making first teams. So it's like the conversations people have about him is like, what are y'all?
He's just not telling you about him making these teams.
Right.
That's all.
Right. So, and then we got the All-NBA defensive teams. Once again, Derek White led the league, led all guards and blocks. Ain't make one. Ain't make none of it. Ain't make none of the defensive teams. So first team, Dyson Daniels, Lou Dort, Draymond Green, Evan Mobley, and Amen Thompson. And I really think Draymond Green really got there because he did his own PR. Like, he had a good defense year, but come on.
He ever got Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
He got once or twice?
I think he might have got it twice.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I mean...
Once or twice.
After Chris Bosh did that campaign, man, the doors is open for everybody to do whatever they can to get some shine.
Definitely. Second team, Tumani Kamara from the Portland Trailblazers. Nobody watches the Blazers like that, so I don't know.
I thought you said Toonami.
I was about to say Toonami,
I didn't even know what you said.
Rudy Gobert, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jalen Williams. Well, and Zubac did get the second team defense.
All right, that ain't bad. He's on a team somewhere.
He got signed. And I think some of those guys that made first team are eligible. I think are going to be eligible for a Supermax. I think Shea's going to be eligible to make 76 per year or something like that, but that won't be till so he could either sign this offseason for 4-year 2 something, or he could wait and sign a 5-year 3 something deal. So depends what he want. And all right, we got Athletes Athletes Corner, we got Lynn Tech boys, we got Brandon Antwine Jr., and we got Gio.
Oh, all right, cuz.
And speaking of that, I remember y'all told me about Gio used to be chubby when he was younger.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of him when he was young. I saw a picture of him, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, a lot of people just know Gio, you know, Tech Gio.
Right.
Yeah, I catch him in middle school Gio.
I looked at that, I'm like, yo, this is a whole different person. That's a completely different person from the person I be seeing now. Like, damn, I wish we could put a side by side of that picture I saw. The glasses on too and all that.
Yeah, I met him through a sister, you know. I did the little training in Peabody.
Okay.
With the little group session and stuff.
All right, so check this out. We're going to come back, man. We ain't got much sports up there, but a little bit. And, you know, there's some kids out there waiting. Some sissing kids.
Oh, sissons.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. And today we got two special guests. We got Brandon and Gio, Lynn Tech basketball in the house. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Mike, chilling.
Chilling, enjoying the off season.
Yeah.
Man, school's almost out.
Yeah, it's almost over.
How tapped out are you guys right now?
I'm done with school. I'm done. I'm ready.
Yeah, it'd be like that, man. Once May comes around, man. Another season for you guys was in the wraps this year. Another trip to the quarterfinals, but it was up and down season, right? Up and down season, slow start, great ending to the season. But first, what was kind of the differences from that start of the season to that middle point where you guys got on that run?
Like in the beginning, we didn't really know our roles, and we were still missing figuring out how to work without Jaden and Edric, because we don't have our bigs, so we had to play through our guards now. So in the beginning, we were scoring, we just couldn't score in the fourth and close out games.
Right.
We had Shashin in the beginning of the season, we lost to them in the second half, because in the first half we were playing good, we were up by 20 going into half. We came out in the half and we lost because we couldn't close out the game. So then later in the season, we started to close out the games more and score more in the fourth.
Right.
Play defense, yeah.
Yeah, what was where did the bulb click for you guys as far as all the guards finally getting it together, as the Edric and Jaden part, that part's flushed out, and at what point did you guys just started getting it going offensively?
I mean, probably I feel after the New Heights game, we played New Heights Boston.
Yeah.
After that game, we started pressing more. Our press became more better on the defensive end.
Right.
And Brandon, and Travis and Andy, they all stepped up heavy, and they all started scoring more, and we all just the bulb clicked.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you guys just talk about the vast difference from going to more of a well-rounded team with the two bigs last season to now more guard heavy? Because you guys sometimes have four guards on the court, right? You're playing four guards, one big, right? Can you just tell the vast difference between that as opposed to having three guards and two bigs?
Shoot, I'd say we all had to, we all knew we were gonna have to step up this year big time, because we really relied on Jaden and Edric a lot for defense, rebounds, things like that. So then we all had to just come together, and we all knew we had to step into bigger roles. So.
Right, and that rebounding aspect too, because now you guys got to do rebounding as a collective group, right?
Yeah, we got to rebound a lot more now.
Yeah, and how did that play in a role? Because there were some teams that had some big guys, as you guys said, Shashin, they had big guys.
So, yeah, Matt was big. He rebounded a lot on us. He had 20 boards on us, but we all in the second game we played him, he didn't have that many. We just we closed him out, and we just made sure Big U stayed on him and Wan,
right.
And then all the guards crashed. That's what our game plan was, to crash everyone.
Right, Big U, he had a season, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like every game he got better, and then down the stretch he got a whole lot better as far as just being that guy to rebound, and all his points came off offensive rebounds and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, inside points.
Right. How mature did he get as the season went on?
I feel coming over from JV, he's took over a big role, starting varsity, coming over straight from JV.
Right.
I feel And he improved so much during practice because practice we're going hard every day. We're going hard, and we have a lot of competition for him in practice. You know, Johan. Johan gives him work in practice. Juan, he's a hard worker in practice. They all are. So he doesn't really have any excuses not to get better. You know what I mean?
And he was able to keep up with you guys' pace too, because you guys are going at a really good pace, right? And it seemed like he never really got fatigued like that. It seemed like he just was like, he might not be up the court as fast as you guys, but he's just right there with you guys, right?
I mean, that comes in with the practice aspect. You know, we're always running full speed, giving it all the practice, so it just translates over.
Right. With everybody coming back next year, most of the guys coming back next year, right? You guys graduate one senior or something?
Yeah, with
two seniors, right? How key is this off season for this group? Because this is, as Coach said, this is you guys' last chance, right?
It's our last one.
So how big is this off season for the entire team? Because you guys almost got there the last 2 years, so it's like right there for you guys.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest off season we ever had now because there's no coming back after this. This is our last chance. So I mean, we know we have to come into this like we don't have another chance because we don't.
Right.
So this off season we're gonna have to work harder than we ever did, and so we can win the championship.
It's coming wanting it more than everybody else. That's really all it is.
Let's look back at some of the games that you guys have played, right? Guys, one of the teams, Greater Lawrence, right? That slow-paced team. They came to you guys' house on a winning streak. They were playing really well, and then you guys were able to beat them in a very, very good fashion, right? How much confidence did that give you guys because of the style of play they play? They like to play physical defense, slow the game down and stuff like that, right?
And they press a lot.
Right.
Whole game is pressing.
Yeah, we were just talking about this game today, me and him. We were talking about they have two twins, freshmen. They played great defense. They play aggressive. Like they're all up on you, like no space. You're not getting no space away from them. And I mean, like that's the type of players you need on a team. Like that's the type of players you need to play against. Like those are the type of players that boost your confidence. When you go by them, you score on them, that boosts your confidence because they're good defenders. You know what I mean? But Greater Lawrence, they were a tough team. I'm not gonna lie. Like when we played them, we didn't have Andy, right?
Nah, he was sick.
We didn't have Andy, but we had Trav, we had Brandon, Big U, and Juan. We were starting. Like that was the starting five.
Right.
Yeah, and we don't really get that many breaks. Like when we don't have Andy, we only have like six people, right?
Right. So you guys go 6 deep.
Yeah,
Right.
We're only 6 deep, so we don't really get any subs. But I mean, they really pushed us like to our limits because like pressing the whole game, all up on you the whole game, it gets tiring. You know what I mean? And dribbling through that and all that is a lot.
And in those type of games, it comes like down to the late game execution, right? And knowing that these guys are trying to weigh you guys down. How mentally did you guys have to be ready for like that last 3-minute stretch of the game to close it out?
I mean, I feel like going through the entire game, knowing they're going to be all up on us the entire game, it shows you what that last, you know what I'm saying, that last little clutch time moments would be like.
Right.
That last, the clutch time moments would be like, so just take your time for those time and score. Don't rush shots and try to get the best shot possible every possession.
Yeah, another big game too. You guys went on the road to Shawsheen. That was that gym is so small, right? The tiny gym. You got the fans on you, but you guys were able to make big plays. Big plays to close out the half, big plays to end the game, right? What boost the confidence did you guys have in that game, knowing that you guys had a 20-point lead on them early in the season and let that one slip away?
I feel like it was like we know we were better than them as a team. It was just like we couldn't execute the first time, so we had to go in there and handle business the second time we went over there.
Right. Yeah, Shawsheen was a tough team. They have Frank and then Matt, the two. Those are the two guys, and they're both pretty good. We went there knowing that we should have beat them the first time.
Right.
So but we were still the underdogs because we're the ones that still lost. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we went into that game. I went into that game thinking, like, this is the last time I'm going to play these guys.
Right.
Last time I'm playing Frank and Matt. And we have history with them, a lot of history. So, so last time we played them.
You guys played them in the Vogue Championship the year before, right?
Yeah.
All these close games, especially down the stretch of the season, like the latter part of the season, you guys were in a lot of like close games coming down to the wire and pulling out those victories. I mean, what was it about the team that you guys were able to pull those out, as opposed to, as you guys said early in the season, the fourth quarter was like the issue scoring, but then that quickly changed?
I feel like because in practice we started running like full games, so we did like 8-minute quarters, and in the fourth quarter we did did 8 minutes, and we didn't stop at all. No fouls, no nothing. We just kept playing, and we just had to run it through, like keep running, getting ready for the fourth.
We'd also like to start those games off at practice. It would be like 8, and then the last quarter we're down. We'd start down basically, say down like 5 points, 5 minutes in the game left. So, executing real game situations.
Yeah, definitely. The Spartan Classic Wolverine tournament. You guys played St. Mary's twice. The first game you guys had them slipped away late in the fourth quarter, right? This game you guys jumped up on them early with the big lead, and they made the run, but you guys never like relinquished that. I think they might have took the lead for like a couple seconds in the second half, maybe. Yeah. But you guys were able to just bounce back and put together a run to regain the lead for good, right? What was it about that game that had you guys really? It seemed like that was the most focused offensively and defensively I saw you guys all season, right?
The first game I got into foul trouble. Trav and Andy took over. Brandon hit shots, and then second game I knew now I can't get into foul trouble again. You know what I mean? So I came into the game knowing I had to score. I had to like take the lead, take control for my team, because I knew last time like we were slow in the fourth quarter. And then in the second, we started to get hot. But now I knew we had to come out straight away hot and let some St. Mary's know what we were doing, set a point.
I feel like, too, he was hot in the first half of that game. So, you know what I'm saying? You see someone that we all look to as a leader playing good. He's up, energy high. Everybody just feeds off of that.
Yeah, how key was Trav, too? Trav, it seemed like he was a spark a lot of times off the bench.
Definitely a key player.
Right, especially in that game, not even on offense, defensively, too. He came in, you guys were really forcing turnovers or forcing them to take a while to get into their sets, right? Just how good of a tandem you and Trav are when you're both on the court together.
Sure. I mean, Trav, he picks up on, he's probably second best guy on the court. When I'm on the court, best guy on the court. He takes he just plays with all his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's someone that gives it his all every game. That's what's going on.
He's not one of the bigger guys, but he'll definitely he plays with his heart. He'll definitely body you up though.
Going into the tournament, you guys have the experiences there. You guys know what it takes. You get to the quarterfinals once again, but fall short, right? So, like, what's kind of the learning lessons that you guys get from this? The previous season losing to Wareham, this year losing to Burke. What kind of went wrong in that game, and how you guys just gotta, what do you guys have to do just to make sure next time you're in the position to be in that position again, that it don't happen like the way it did?
I feel like if we want a better position, we have to go for that number 1 seed. Get all home games still. We go to Emmanuel. Right. I mean, but that was like Wareham, Burke, like the 2 number 1 seeds. I mean, we always faced off the number 1 seeds, but I mean, there was a big difference between Wareham and Burke. There was a big difference because Burke, we could have played a game with them. Wareham, it was already not a game when we first started. We were in our heads, like it was already over once we got on the court. Because we were on our own heads. But Burke, we definitely had a game with them. We got back in the fourth quarter a little bit. We were coming back second half. But I
feel like we let Burke speed us up too much. Like a lot of costly turnovers.
A lot of turnovers.
Like unnecessary turnovers, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's good for us to play teams like that though, because it shows you what it takes to
really win.
It
shows us what
that shows you what the number 1 seed looks like and what it takes to win a championship.
Right. And you guys kind of been on the spectrum because you guys first year had to go on the road, but the last 2 years you guys would put yourselves in good position to host a couple home games. But now you want to put yourself in a position to play the 3 home games before like the Final Four, right?
Don't start off slow.
Like who on the team like next season is gonna have to kind of step their game up a little bit as well too? I know you guys all got these goals set for the off season that you want to work on, but what's some of the guys that are probably gonna see minutes increase next year, or they're gonna see some time next year?
Right, Keith
and X.
Keith and X.
Those are 2 guys that I see coming in and getting some minutes and helping us out.
X is like, he's an enforcer. Like, he comes into the game, make sure, like, watch out for X. And Keith, when Keith comes into the game, you gotta watch out for that shooter. He's a shooter. So I mean, they can definitely help out our team a lot. Like, if they get minutes now, they take practice more serious. They'll definitely get more minutes.
You feel like those guys getting those minutes against Burke, even though the game was over, like that, you think that will pay them dividends? Just getting in that type of game, even though the game's over, but you still gotta show what you can do on the court, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the score is. You can still score out there,
Yeah.
they gotta go out there and play like it's an even game. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what's going on. It's a good look for them too to show coach what they're capable of too.
Yeah, definitely. Guys got to get ready for all these summer leagues and all that.
Yeah.
right. Shoot, fellas, appreciate y'all for coming through, man.
Yeah.
See, coach ain't even say nothing back there. He's gonna get you.
He knows to stay quiet.
You guys been watching Athletes Corner. We out of here. And we are back. Oh, I saw the funniest thing. It was one of his old stand-up, Arnez and Jay. He was talking about how black people will stop doing anything just to start dancing for no reason. And I was like, I just started dying because I be thinking of the times we be at the gym and why we there so long. We just stopped right in the middle of
Remember I told you, I don't understand. I'll be honest. I see a lot of y'all in the gym working out, not being weird. What are y'all listening to?
Right.
Y'all don't bob y'all head. Y'all don't shake your. You don't do nothing at the gym. You even listen to music. You listen to like a podcast or like the news.
Right. I'll be in there.
Music's supposed to touch your soul. Supposed to make you move a little bit. So I don't understand what y'all do. You see me boogie in the gym, I'm listening to something.
Especially when you're there by yourself, you gotta.
But my parents are like that too. Like growing up, like they walk by music video, watching something, they just start dancing.
It's all right.
So it's in the blood apparently.
Yeah, dude said you could be at a funeral, dude. The music stopped playing, everybody just start dancing. Like, yeah, hey man.
We all looking for an excuse to boogie oogie.
Dude, folks be dancing for anything. Folks be dancing if they got some good food. They just
They do make you do
right. You start eating a little. You just start. That's to get you, especially when it's hitting. You like, hold up now.
Yeah, man.
Oh snap.
We just put the Ava in flavor.
Yeah, Stanley Cup update. The Edmonton Oilers are going to the Stanley Cup. I think a 40-year-old is leading them to the Stanley Cup. Mr. Perry.
Wrong 40-year-old. Should have been OV.
Mr. Band. Well, now he got something to go. The bands are making dance, so he got that all season. But Corey Perry, 40 years old. And he's still playing well. Leading Edmonton 4-1 win over the Dallas Stars last night. They are heading to the Stanley Cup.
I've never heard of that man.
Me either.
He's nice like that though?
Apparently.
How long he been nice though? Because if he's 40 years old, he had to be playing when I was in prep school. And that's when I was like, I was in the know with the hockey then.
He's been in the league since 2003.
My man, that was the year after I went to the next year. Oh, so he's a rookie then, so we didn't really know that much about him then. Oh, he's second year. Second year. All right. No, that was rookie year. Got drafted 03, played 04, 05. Or they played the same year to get drafted?
I think they played the same year.
Same year. All right, so the second year, that's probably why I had no clue who he was.
I'm looking up his stuff right now, but hey man, if you 40 and you still playing, especially hockey, you gotta be somewhat nice to say. But well, he's played a lot of games.
He win anything?
This might be his first one. He's played for Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
He's played for Dallas.
He played for two.
He played for Anaheim until 2019.
Excuse me.
Then Dallas for a year, Montreal, Tampa Bay for 2 years, Chicago, and then the last 2 years he's been with Edmonton.
He got to Anaheim and Dallas at the wrong time. Because they won a couple years before 03. Avalanche and Dallas, I think.
Yeah. Demarius Thomas, former Bronco. I mean, he passed away a couple of years ago. He's going into the Ring of Honor, the Ring of Fame, the Broncos Hall of Fame. They made that announcement. They're going to induct him into that this upcoming season. So, yeah, hey, man. He was nice, too, but good little recognition for him. And And then, some college. Sebastian Wilkins, a local kid, he's going to Duke. He committed to Duke last Friday.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, congrats to him. It was cool, too, because he had, I don't know if you saw it on social media, it was a picture of him, his first visit at Duke and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Yeah, so shout out to Sebastian. You know, I see those guys around the way during tournaments or whatever is happening in the summer. So, and he's enrolling this year, so because he graduated Booster early.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
He's gonna be there.
He was killing the shit. I see a couple of their games.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Bruce was killing this whole season, so yeah. That's what Bruce does, though.
Yeah. That's the pipeline for the pros. Pedro, what we got for boxing?
Well, we got a couple of fights this weekend. Some notable
Mr.
fighters.
Plant.
Caleb Plant.
Okay.
The return of one of the twin brothers, Jamal Charlo.
He still got does Plant still got beef with that one dude?
Well, they're not fighting each other.
Does he still got beef with him? Because he said if he ever saw him in the grocery store, he'd slap him.
Well, remember, Plant had an altercation with his twin brother, Jamal. He slapped him. So.
Wait. No. Yeah, but wasn't there another dude that Plant had beef with, issues with?
No, I mean, I think Plant has a lot of beef with him.
Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, he's always getting the song. So I don't really know how to answer that for you.
Okay. All right. So sounds like a guy that enjoys confrontation.
Yeah, he's like a guy from Lynn.
Right, so that's this weekend on Prime Video. You guys have to watch it. There you go, man. Caleb Plant and the return of one of the twin brothers, Jamal Charlo.
That's one thing about being from Lynn, bro. You know, a lot of y'all don't refrain from avoiding confrontation.
Oh my gosh. We're going to go to these interviews. We got Coach Esteban Paulo from Lynn English. We got Coach Derek Dana from St. Mary's. We got a couple other guys. Jack Zimmerman from St. Mary's, Jerry L. Benson. Just some interviews and stuff like that. And then we're going to come back and wrap these up and get these kids in here. Give them a little spotlight. All right, Coach, you guys came out with the victory. How proud of you of your guys today?
Yeah,
Playing 2 games too.
we haven't done that in a long time. Like we were just talking about over there, it's the Doug Mullins tournament. Doug was a very good friend of mine. Coached him in sports when he was younger. This tournament means a lot. So the guys knew that. We've done it now every time. So it is a big day, especially getting it all done in one day. We got some outstanding pitching from both Josh and Zim. So that was some good stuff there today. We got to pick up on the offense.
13 strikeouts for Zim. Right? How impressed were you with him at the mound? Or does he surprise you? Is there any surprises with him anymore from you on the mound?
I got to be honest, not anymore. I mean, he's had double-digit strikeouts. I think this was probably his 4th time this year, 5th time this year. So he's put up some big numbers. He had command of all his pitches, and he wants the ball. Same as Josh. Josh started us off against Classical, pitched a very good game, clean game. Guys played pretty well behind him, so it's nice to have those 2 guys and the rest of them. But I mean, today was those 2 guys, and they did an outstanding job.
Their defense overall was very outstanding today. Only allowing 1 run. There were some guys made plays when they put the ball in play. Right? Only needed 3 runs today, but just how impressed were you? How proud of your defense were you today?
Well, Michael DeMano made another nice play. He took a base hit away right there in the 7th inning. Sometimes, you get a base hit in the 7th inning, things start clicking, and he shut that right down. Cam McGonigal had a great catch in center field earlier today. Maxwell Parent's always hustling around there. Kyle Doney threw kid out in the first game, hosed them, shut down any momentum there. So yeah, they did play some pretty good defense today.
You're getting ready for the state tournament. You know how important that is, and how much more locked in you guys have to be. Just how you like the momentum heading into the state tournament. With you guys play some really good teams down the stretch and came out on the winning side of that. Just the momentum you guys have right now.
Well, the message is we've gone through the regular season. We've won some things, but now it's the real test. It's the state tournament. I'm hoping, we hold on to the #1 seed. We find out where we go, and they've been prepped. They've made a couple of runs the last couple of years. The core of these guys, and they understand that it's you know, it's not easy getting there. So it's one day at a time, one pitch at a time, one inning at a time. You don't want to lose your focus. You don't let one mistake turn into two. Keep mistakes small, and hopefully we got a couple days to work on that and work on some things that we need to work on.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach, you guys came out a hard-fought win, 5-3. I mean, the last time you guys played them, you put up 12 runs. This one was more of a defensive game, right? Just how do you like the way your players executed today?
Well, I mean, I'm so glad the way that they came out today, that they did their job. What a way just to finish the season, you know, beating Clásico. But I'm so glad, you know, the way that they came out today, because yesterday it was the tough one, losing against Swansco, and today it was a whole different game. The pitching, it was unbelievable. The defense was unbelievable, and that's something really good, you know, for them. Came out this way.
Right. And this felt like, you know, you guys, state tournament is right around the corner, and this felt like a state tournament game because low scoring, you know. Just how you like the focus that they had, especially late in the game. You know, there's two runners on. They could have had a chance to tie it or take the lead, right? How did you like the poise from not only your pitcher but also your defense to be able to get those outs?
I love the way that they handled it the last two innings. You know, the last two innings always so hard, you know, to finish the game, and I'm so glad that we could handle it the last two innings, and it was pretty good the way that they handled it.
And then now you guys get ready. You find out who you're going to play for the state tournament, in the state tournament, I should say, right? First of all, congratulations on getting in the state tournament.
Thank you.
You know, what do you guys have to do in these next coming days in preparation for for whoever you play to ensure that you guys give yourself a chance to win that game?
Well, you know, our preparation has got to be, you know, to stay focused, make sure, you know, that we do everything that we're supposed to be doing. Just throw a strike, play defense, put the ball in play, and just remember it's a 7-inning game, and anything can happen in the state. It's not about the record anymore. It's about who played the best baseball.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right, fellas. Last game of the regular season, you guys come out with the win. But first of all, how you guys feeling right now?
I mean, we felt good, you know, going into playoffs off of a W against our rival team, you know.
Nah, I'm coming to play every single time. I don't like to lose to Clásico. Every time when I want to beat him, and I'm coming to play every single time.
Yeah, what's kind of the difference between today's game and yesterday's game?
I think we make like a couple errors, but like that's what I say every time. We have to come to the field to play hard.
Yeah, I piggyback off of him. We need to come play hard. I mean, I feel like we could beat any team if we play like Clásico every time, because every time we play Clásico, we come together as a team. We bring the energy, bats go, defense goes, and yeah.
Right. Now, next up is the playoffs for you guys. You guys get to find out who you play, right? So in these days leading up to whoever you guys play, what do you guys just need to do as far as focusing in preparation for whoever your opponent's going to be? Because I think you guys are going to have to be on the road, right?
Yeah, we definitely got to be on the road. You know, not the best record, but hey, we made it. Coming into this week before playoffs, we just got to come to practice hard and put the ball in play a lot. And yeah.
All right. For you, pitching wise, I think you had like 6-7 strikeouts, right? You know, they had 2 guys on base in that last one, but you was able to get that out. You know, even in the sixth inning, you was able to get out of a hole and get those guys out. You know, what was working, especially the last 2 innings for you guys to push through and get that win, especially for you on the mound.
Yeah. Nah, when I see the game 3-3, say I'm coming hard. The 2 last inning, because I don't like to lose to Clásico, and I want to beat. When I see the game 5-3, I say the game's over.
And Jerry, y'all 4 for 4 for you, man. What was working on the bat?
You know, I was just staying focused. I hadn't had my best games in a while, but you know, I came into this game head clear, focused up, and everything.
All right, man. Congratulations and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jack, man, you guys came out here. Another outstanding game on the mound, 13 strikeouts, right? What was working for you today?
Yeah, I mean, my fastball was working really well, just commanded it well outside the zone. I was trying to keep my curveball low, sometimes spike it, sometimes get it in the zone to set up other pitches for some weak contact and hopefully get some strikeouts there too.
How good are you guys feeling right now? It seems like you guys just got enough play on the offensive end of the ball, but your defense as well on the back end. Those guys made plays when those guys put the ball in play. Some good plays made to get those guys out, right? How well-rounded are you guys playing right now?
Yeah, without a doubt in my mind, we have the best defense in the state. Every guy behind me, we have full confidence in each other with our bats. We got full confidence in that. We're going into the playoffs. We're ready to go. Everyone's ready. Everyone just is fired up and wants to play their best.
Definitely. You guys made a deep run last year, right? And then what did you guys learn from last season, making that deep run, almost getting to the state title?
Well, we learned trust each other more in the team, trust our pitch selection, just fully trust everyone, trust our bats. Everyone's got to be in tune. Everyone's got to be ready to go, and everyone gets in the game, so we got to be ready.
And lastly, how you like the way you guys just closed off this regular season? You guys beat St. John's Prep a couple days ago, played some really good teams, and came out on the winning side of that. Just how you like the way you guys closed the regular season out to get this momentum to go towards the state tournament?
Yeah, that St. John's Prep game was huge. I mean, everyone did their part in that. Everyone's bat was working. Everyone was taking their walks. Our pitching was good. Our defense was phenomenal. So we are really, really excited to go.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back. Some quick high school sports update. St. Mary's boys baseball team, they won the Mullins tournament over the weekend. They beat Swampscott. I think it was 5-3 or 3-1. Yeah, it was 3-1. Jags, the pitcher struck out 13 people. That was my first time watching.
What year is he?
He's a senior. He's going to, is it Salve?
Salve Regina?
Yeah, he's going there. But that boy cold. He was getting them dudes looking, dudes swinging. I was like, I ain't a baseball player, but I just can imagine how brutal it is when a pitch just comes and you can't even get a swing off because he had a few dudes looking.
I'll be honest, I applaud baseball players and NHL goalies, man. For y'all to just be comfortable with a ball coming at you at anywhere between 105 to 70, 80 miles an hour, that's impressive. Like, you let somebody just throw something at you that fast and you just got to try to hit it or stop it, I applaud y'all.
Right.
I applaud y'all for that.
But yeah, shout out to them. They won the state tournament brackets for baseball are out, so they'll be having a home game. I think they're the number one seed in their division, so they'll be at Fraser for 1 or 2 games, which is cool. And then English is the English boys made the tournament. Classical boys made the tournament.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so
gotta see them baseball boys, all these guys out here.
Right. Oh yeah, Monday, June 2nd, they will be naming a street after John Hoffman. They're gonna have a whole ceremony June 2nd. So shout out to Mr. Hoffman getting that recognition while he's still
great man.
Still, I rolled up on me on Saturday to make sure they're naming the street after me. You gonna be there? Like, all right.
What time they doing it?
Early, like 10 a.m.
Oh, let me know. I'll try to be there.
10 a.m.
That man spent a lot of his time watching us and giving us publicity. At least we could do is show him some love if you're able to.
Yeah, he's still doing it. He's still active. But yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's all we got.
You just be editing the shows all abruptly.
I know, right? We got other stuff. Summertime, so let me give y'all an update. There's Lose League happening every Tuesdays is 30 plus, Thursdays I think is 18 plus, or Sundays 18 plus. One of those days, but
So what's today?
There's nothing happening today. He texted me.
Okay.
Yeah, he texted me. He texted me earlier.
All right, 'cause I'm
yeah.
all right.
So if you ain't got nothing to do, go down to Marion Gardens, get yourself a cooler, sit back, watch. That's what most people be doing anyways that go there. Watch some basketball. P2P's coming up. P2P July 2nd, so we're going to get Koki in here to talk about it. Lynn Parks, Thursdays, at Kylie Park. Make
Okay.
sure you go out there and check that out.
Yo, when they gonna do the actual court over though?
That's
How they even having the Olympics there? You ain't gonna do the court over.
I literally was just talking to Dio about that yesterday. Like, yo, that court,
And we Kylie Park kids, they'll. Oh my God! you got train stations being built across the street from Harrington, but you can't get a court that's been beat up for like 15, almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
And that's how they treat basketball courts in the city. I don't understand it. Kids can't just walk up on baseball fields. Kids just can't walk up on Manning Field every day when they want. They can walk up on these basketball courts. The least you can do is give the kids legit court to play on. Every park in the city. Come on,
especially
man.
the east side, yeah.
This is pitiful.
Yeah, I could say.
Worrying about them stupid swings and stuff and slides before you worry about the basketball court.
You bouncing the ball, you like,
we didn't know that under outside basketball courts is actual like fabric and stuff. And rubber. We thought it was just straight cement.
Right.
When you're seeing the inside of cement, that's a problem.
This is true. Yeah, get that worked out, folks.
You should see different levels of an outside basketball court, like it's indoor.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Oh yeah, and then lastly, my gripe. Yesterday I had to go to Lynn English yesterday because, oh my gosh, my cousin, who everybody thinks is my daughter, my sister, she could be both, just because the age. But that's besides the point. I go there because she's like, yo, they're telling me to change my shorts because it's too short. And you know, Grace is a tall girl. Mm-hmm. And I get there and I'm just looking, I'm like, really? And my biggest issue was she got to school at 7:30. It's 12 o'clock. She done walked these hallways for 5 hours. And now this is the time y'all trying to tell her to go change and stuff like that?
There's always a type of person in the school system that gotta be that person. Like, you should look at the time, be like, all right, if anything, you can't wear those after today. You know what I mean? I warned you. But like, if it's a problem, but for you to send somebody or have somebody come and do all this and they's damn near done.
And one, you should look at the individual. The girl's damn near 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
So it's like, bruh, it wasn't like she had like short shorts.
Yo, when you said it to me yesterday, I go, it's because she's tall, bro. Because she's all leg.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna like, you gotta buy her damn near capris to bring them to her. You know what I mean? Like for her to look like she got like decent shorts on.
She told me, they told her she gotta wear them old, long ass jean shorts.
She gonna do a kick flip too?
She showed me the picture of this at the top of shorts she
But no bull. A couple years ago, I heard there was a rule that they said no shorts are too short. And I thought that was nuts.
I heard that same rule.
There gotta be a balance. Because me, I'm a girl dad.
Right.
I'm gonna allow my daughter to do certain things, but she knows there's gonna be a line you don't cross, though. You know what I mean? Like,
when I was in school, it was like, if they're above your knees, they're too short.
Like your cheeks should be in your jeans, in your shorts. That's why they got the back part of the jeans, so they can, you know what I mean? My daughter ain't gonna have none of that hanging. That is crazy. She gotta buy old clothes for that.
On that note,
over 18.
We'll see you next week.
All right, come on.